Good afternoon, my name is Lydia, and today I would like to share what a whole blink means to me. I have two kids. My son Dmitry is 14 and my daughter Yulia is 6. When my daughter was about 12 months old, doctors told me that something was wrong with her, as she still couldn't walk and stand up by herself and was nonverbal. That was devastating news for me, and that day I started fighting for my sweet girl. We consulted a lot of doctors, but no one could help. 3 years ago, we came to the United States and American doctors promised to find the reason for her disability, but they didn't know either. The only thing they were sure about was that it was something very rare. I felt hopeless. There is nothing more painful for a mom than to see her child struggling from something nobody understands. Only in my dreams I could hear her voice calling me Mama. It was so hard for me. At the same time, we had become homeless, my son, my daughter, and myself. The three of us were living in a small car with all of our belongings, and I was very exhausted. I felt lost. What would happen to us and to my children? One day I saw my American friend in the park and she was very surprised to see me so unhappy. I told her what I was going through and she suggested that I go to the Hope Center in Bellevue to ask for help. But I've never asked for help before. I was always hardworking. And I was afraid to ask, as I was certain they would blame me and say I did something wrong. But I was wrong. No one asked me why. They just asked how we can help. They said, "You are a mother with 2 children and you really need help. That's all that matters." We have received all the necessary support with food, some clothes and diapers. And one day my case manager told me that she had a surprise for me. She handed me a key for a shelter apartment, but it wasn't just an empty space, it was a furnished apartment where we would have our own kitchen, laundry and beds. We were crying together. She was so happy for us and it was a beacon of hope. About a month later, doctors told me Yulia had an ultra-rare genetic disorder which is called NBIA. This disorder damages the nervous system and is progressive, so it will gradually get worse. Unfortunately, doctors can't help. There is no trial, no medication, nothing. He said we needed to pray for hope. I was in shock. I didn't speak for the whole day, and the next day when my sweet girl came to me to kiss and hug as usual, I started crying. It was a mother's cry when you feel pain in every cell of your body. But I remembered what the doctor had told me, pray for hope. And I did. That was the only thing that helped me to survive at that moment. Hope and my case manager, who was always step by step with me for support and help, and she told me you needed to fight for your daughter and never give up and I will help you. And she did. I signed up for HopeLink English for Work classes where I could not only improve my English but also figure out what my long-term goals for work are. After finishing classes, I joined the HopeLink employment program where I could tailor my resume, work on cover letter and learn more about finding a good job. Within a month, I started my first job in the United States and I was so happy and excited. When the coronavirus hit, HopeLink was very helpful. People were in shock and started losing their jobs. HopeLink was supportive during this difficult time by providing assistance with rent, food, and school supplies. Now I'm currently working as a sales manager for a seafood company Hope saved my life, and I'm forever grateful for their services, guidance, patience, love, and support. We all battle hopelessness at some point in our lives, and no matter who we are or what our situation, hope is one thing we all desperately need. And now I know hope is very powerful. Thank you.